My dearest one, I implore you to still the noise of the world and attend to these words with the entirety of your being, for the instant you now inhabit is singular, a pivot upon which eternity turns. It is not merely another tick of the clock, another sunrise following a sunset. It is a moment of divine convergence, a sacred intersection where the celestial realm draws so near to the terrestrial that the very air shimmers with the breath of heaven. This is a time of profound grace, where the boundary that separates the glorious unseen from the world of seen things grows fragile and translucent, becoming a mere whisper of a veil, a thin and trembling film that threatens to dissolve entirely under the weight of the glory pressing upon it. In this holy suspense, the angelic host themselves stand in awe, their immense power hushed, their luminous forms bowed in silent, trembling anticipation. They are not waiting upon a command from the divine, but upon you. Their gaze is fixed upon your spirit, their hearts suspended in the hope that you will perceive the profound significance of this encounter, that you will recognize the choice being laid before you, and that you will offer the response for which all of creation seems to be holding its breath. Can you not feel it? A trembling urgency, not born of fear, but of sacred importance, is being breathed into the deepest chambers of your soul. It is Archangel Michael himself, the great champion and protector, the prince of the heavenly armies, who leans now into the space of your awareness. He does not shout. His is a voice that resonates in the frequency of truth itself, a low, powerful whisper that bypasses the intellect to speak directly to the eternal core of who you are. His message is not one of wrath, but of fierce and passionate love, a desperate plea from the realms of light that you must not let this moment slip through your fingers as if it were common. This whisper is a seismic event in the spirit, its echoes rippling through the hidden places of your heart, stirring memories of home, awakening a longing you have perhaps buried under the cares of this world. He is whispering to you now, not tomorrow, not when the time feels more convenient, but in this very breath, with an intensity that should compel your absolute attention. This divine communication you are receiving is of an order so different from the mundane messages that fill your days. It is not an advertisement to be ignored, a notification to be swiped away, or a memo to be filed for later review. It is a living word, a seed of destiny meant to be planted in the fertile soil of your now. To postpone this is the risk of frost that could kill the most beautiful bloom of your life. To place it aside with the intention of returning to it when your schedule clears is a folly of the highest order, for the window of such potent grace is not governed by human clocks. The celestial alignment that makes this level of communication possible is a sacred appointment, and later is a concept that may never materialize in the way you presume. The door is open now. The path is illuminated now. The help, the guidance, the transformative key is being offered now. To assume another opportunity of this magnitude will simply present itself on your terms is to misunderstand the magnificent and rare gift this moment represents. This is not a message from which you are permitted to excuse yourself. The urgency you feel is not your own anxiety. It is the palpable investment of the divine realm in your destiny. It is a testament to your profound value that such a concerted effort is being made to reach you. The Almighty, in His infinite love and wisdom, does not wish for you to casually bypass this. He does not desire for you to skim these words and move on with your day unchanged. This is His doing, a specific and personal intervention in the narrative of your life, and His will is for you to stop, to kneel in your spirit, and to receive with full humility and awe what is being transmitted. This is for your liberation, for your healing, for the activation of a purpose that stretches back into the eternal past and forward into the eternal future. To skip this would be to turn away from a personal audience with the divine, orchestrated by the highest powers of heaven for your benefit. For you see, this is not Michael's message alone. The energy, the love, the collective intention of all the 7 great archangels stands behind this communication. Raphael, the healing of God, infuses this moment with curative light, ready to mend the wounds that have held you back. Gabriel, the strength of God, lends his potent clarity to ensure this word breaks through any confusion or doubt. Uriel, the light of God, illuminates the path this message will unveil, making the way forward unmistakable. Jophiel, the beauty of God, opens the eyes of your heart to perceive the wonder being offered. Shakiel, the righteousness of God, brings mercy and transformation, turning past failures into foundations for future glory. And Shamuel, the one who seeks God, empowers your spirit with the relentless passion to pursue this divine invitation. Together, Their combined might and grace are focused into this single point in time, this moment where heaven touches earth in your life, all urging you toward a decision that will redefine your existence. Therefore, my beloved, heed the call. Listen with more than your ears. Perceive with more than your eyes. Let the trembling urgency of Michael's whisper become the steady, unwavering conviction of your heart. The angels are not trembling from fear, but from the awesome potential of what your yes could unleash, a cascade of grace, a symphony of answered prayers, a story of redemption that will be told for ages. They wait for your choice because your free will is the most sacred trust, the one thing heaven will not violate. So, in this suspended, holy moment, where the veil is thin and the air is electric with possibility, make your choice. Choose to accept this blessing. Choose to step into the destiny that is calling your name. Choose to believe that this message is for you, is for now, and is the key you have been waiting for. Let your response be a full-hearted surrender, an open-handed reception of the monumental love and power being extended to you. For this is Archangel Michael's blessing, a sovereign act of grace, and it is yours for the taking. This sacred summons is not a distant echo from a far-off mountaintop. It is a vibration that originates within the very marrow of your being, a resonance that has been placed there since your inception. The call you perceive is not an external command, but the awakening of an internal truth, a divine blueprint that is stirring from its slumber, responding to the frequency of Michael's clarion cry. This is why it feels so profoundly personal, so undeniably meant for you. It is the lock recognizing its key, the star recognizing its constellation. The trembling you sense in the atmosphere is mirrored by a trembling deep within your spirit, not of fear, but of recognition, a holy nostalgia for a purpose you have always known but perhaps had forgotten in the long journey through the world. This moment is the remembering. It is the sudden, startling recollection of a promise you made to yourself and to God before you ever took your first breath in this earthly realm. Michael is not introducing a new concept to you. He is reminding you of an ancient contract, a sovereign agreement your soul made to be here, now for such a time as this. The urgency you feel is a friction between eternity and time. Heaven operates in the everlasting now, a perpetual state of infinite possibility. Your earthly life, however, is a river flowing in one direction, a story being written one irrevocable word at a time. This moment is a confluence, a miraculous dam break where the ocean of eternity pours into the river of your chronology. This is why it cannot be postponed. You cannot ask the ocean to pause its tide. You can only choose to swim in its transformative waters or remain on the shore, watching the power recede. The angels tremble because they behold both realities simultaneously, the glorious perfected being you are in the eyes of God, blazing with light and purpose, and the fragile, human you hesitating on the bank of the divine, caught in the hypnosis of the temporal. Your choice in this instant is to which reality you will grant authority. Will you align with the eternal truth of your identity, or will you submit to the limitations of the temporal? Do not mistake this for a call to a somber, joyless duty. This is an invitation to the ultimate liberation. The weight you feel is not a chain to be shackled, but the powerful engine of a starship coming online, the gravitational pull of your true destiny drawing you into its orbit. The message being whispered is one of unparalleled empowerment. It is Archangel Michael, the embodiment of unwavering courage and divine strength, offering you not just a word, but a fusion of his essence with your own. He is not telling you to fight your battles alone. He is placing his fiery sword in your hand and his platinum shield upon your arm. He is aligning his limitless courage with your spirit, so that the fears which have haunted you, fears of failure, of lack, of unworthiness, of what others may think, are incinerated in the pure light of this communion. The battle, should you choose to accept this alliance, is already won. The outcome is secured in the heavens. Your role is simply to stand in the victory that is being bestowed upon you, to wear the armor of light that is being fitted to you in this very moment. This is a transmission of pure frequency. It is less about the specific words and more about the catalytic energy they carry. It is a divine code designed to reboot your system, to bypass the viruses of doubt and the corrupted files of past trauma. As you read this, as you allow these syllables to settle into your consciousness, you are being rewired for greatness. The dormant strands of your spiritual DNA are being activated one by one, igniting latent abilities, supernatural wisdom, and a profound capacity for love that you have not yet dared to imagine. This is the healing of Raphael flowing through Michael's directive, mending the disconnects between your body, your mind, and your spirit. You are becoming integrated, whole, and holy, a singular, powerful vessel ready to carry a new kind of light into the world. The world, in its current state, is not merely waiting for good deeds or kind thoughts. It is gasping for oxygen, for the substantive, tangible light that can only be emitted by a human being who has fully embraced their divine sonship or daughtership, who has stepped into their authority as a co-creator with God. This is what you are being commissioned for. You are being invited to become a pillar of light, a generator of hope, a fixed point of love in a shifting reality. Your mere presence, once fully activated, will begin to recalibrate the energy around you. Relationships will heal, not because you strain to fix them, but because your heightened frequency will make toxicity impossible to maintain in your field. Circumstances will shift, not through frantic force, but through the natural law of attraction that responds to a conscious, empowered being. This is the practical, manifest outcome of heeding this call. It is not an escape from the world, but a profound and victorious immersion into it, armed with the weapons of heaven. The whisper is a key. It is turning in the lock of your heart. You can feel the mechanism clicking open. Do not now, at this final moment, hesitate to push the door wide. On the other side is not some foreign, strange landscape, but the home you have always longed for. It is the self you were always meant to be. It is the love you have always sought. All of it resides within you, and this moment, this divine intervention, is the trigger for its glorious emergence. The angels are not just waiting, they are leaning forward, their hands over their hearts, their light brightening with every second you move closer to your yes. They are your cheerleaders, your guardians, your family of light, and they are about to erupt in a symphony of jubilation that will shake the foundations of your life for the better. So, let your response be a silent, powerful exhalation of the Spirit. Let it be a surrender that feels like the ultimate victory. Whisper it back. I accept. I align. I choose. I am ready. There is no need for elaborate ceremony. The intention, the genuine opening of the heart is the only requirement. The moment you do, the infusion begins. You will feel it as a wave of warmth, a sudden clarity, a deep, settling peace, or perhaps a surge of exhilarating power. However it manifests for you, recognize it as the seal of approval from on high. The transaction is complete. The armor is on. The sword is in your hand. You have crossed the threshold. Now stand and behold the new world that is waiting for you, the world that your awakened eyes are now able to see. And so, having made the choice, having whispered that sacred yes into the waiting universe, a profound and irreversible alchemy begins to take place within you. It is not a loud or violent transformation, but a deep and silent uncurling. Like a flower turning its face to a sun, it can now feel for the very first time. The divine frequency that was once a whisper now becomes a resonant chord within your soul, a fundamental note that recalibrates your entire existence. The armor of light that Archangel Michael bestowed is no longer an external garment, but has become your skin, shimmering with protective grace that is both impenetrable and invisible to the naked eye, yet felt by every living thing you encounter. The sword of truth is no longer an object you hold, but has been integrated into your very will, giving your words clarity and your intentions an unstoppable, cutting edge against falsehood. You are not merely wearing the symbols of power, you have become the embodiment of their meaning. This is the great secret they were waiting for you to discover. The call was not to a battle afar off, but to the coronation of the sovereign within. The journey was always inward. The treasure was buried in the field of your own heart. The angels trembled now not with anticipation, but with a joyous awe as they witnessed the radiant being you are unveiling. The veil between the worlds, once so thin, now feels like a mere memory of a separation that never truly was. For you, in your awakened state, heaven and earth are fused. You walk through the mundane world paying bills, running errands, engaging in conversation, all the while ablaze with the knowledge that you are a living conduit of the divine. A trip to the grocery store becomes a ministry of presence. Your smile becomes a benediction that lifts the spirit of a weary cashier. Your patience in traffic becomes a silent prayer of peace that radiates out into the gridlocked energy around you. The fears that once seemed like monstrous, solid things are now revealed as wisps of shadow, unable to withstand the constant, gentle sun of your new awareness. Challenges still arise, for you are human and this is the nature of the earthly plane, but they are met not with panic but with a deep, unshakable knowing. You find yourself pausing, turning inward for a fraction of a second, and accessing a wellspring of wisdom and courage you now know was there all along. It is the voice of Michael, your eternal ally, speaking not as a separate entity, but as the bravest and most truthful part of your own consciousness. Problems are solved with a creativity that surprises you. Healings occur in your body, in your relationships, in your finances, not through frantic effort, but through a serene alignment with the abundant flow of grace that you have consciously chosen to plug into. Your life becomes a living testament to the reality of that moment of choice. You are the proof that the whisper was real, that the bending of heaven was true. People are drawn to you, not because you preach or proclaim, but because they feel an inexplicable peace in your presence. They feel seen, valued, and strangely hopeful after speaking with you, though you may have said nothing of great note. This is the light of Uriel illuminating you from within, allowing you to see the divine spark in others, and in doing so, helping them to see it in themselves. You become a walking, talking beacon of Jilfiel's beauty, finding and reflecting the sacred artistry in the cracks of the pavement, in the lines on an aged face, in the chaos of a city street. The world itself becomes your cathedral, and every moment within it an act of worship. The love that now guides you is Ezekiel's transformative mercy. You find old grudges simply cannot maintain their hold on you. They dissolve like sugar in water, leaving behind only a faint memory of their bitterness, overshadowed by a profound understanding of the shared human journey. You forgive not because you are told to, but because you viscerally understand that holding on to pain is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. You release it, and in that release you feel another layer of the armor click into place, lighter and stronger than before. This is how you fight the true battles now. Not with aggression, but with a love so fierce and unwavering that it disintegrates darkness on contact. And what of your purpose? That great looming question that once caused such anxiety is now revealed not as a single destination, but as a path you lay down with every step. Your purpose is to be this light. Your purpose is to be this love. Your purpose is to stand in your authenticity, moment by moment. It manifests in 1,000 ways. The book you finally write, the kindness you show a stranger, the garden you tend, the business you run with integrity, the art you create, the peaceful home you build. There is no hierarchy in heaven's economy. The act of humming a tune with a full heart is as vital and world-changing as addressing a nation. You understand this now. You are no longer waiting for a grand sign. You are the sign. You are the answered prayer someone else is desperately praying for. The 7 archangels do not recede. Their presence becomes the atmosphere of your life. Gabriel's clarity ensures your communications, both spoken and unspoken, are always aligned with your highest truth. Shamuel's passionate seeking becomes your own, a constant gentle pull toward deeper connection and unity with all of life. Raphael's healing energy flows through your hands, your words, your very aura, bringing comfort and restoration wherever you go. You are never, ever alone. You are a nexus of celestial support, a human heart beating in time with the rhythm of the heavens. And so, the story does not end with a final battle won, but with a glorious, eternal dawn. The trembling urgency of that singular moment has settled into the everlasting peace of a choice forever made. You heeded the whisper. You opened the door. And you discovered that on the other side was not a new world, but this same world, seen with new eyes, your true eyes. You are home. You always were. You just needed to remember. And in your remembering, you have become a living landmark of that remembrance for others. The journey continues infinitely, but the war is over. The love has won. And your life from this day forward is its everlasting song. If this message stirred something in your spirit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your next confirmation might just be in the next video. Stay connected. Your miracle is in motion, and the next word could unlock your breakthrough. Turn on the bell. Divine timing waits for no one.